Hey guys, welcome back to the Terraria with Yak channel. This is the guide for fighting the Destroyer on Death Mode and Master Mode in the Calamity mod. So what you're going to want for this fight is the Axe of Purity and the Storm Ruler, the weapons that we've been using for pretty much the start of hard mode up until this point. So you really don't have to grind for anything new. The Axe of Purity is great because this is a worm boss. You get supreme piercing value, the damage you'll deal to this boss. Basically, if you could beat Aquatic Scourge, you can beat this boss with the same weapon. That's kind of the same. Although the Storm Ruler will come into play a little bit later. I'll tell you why. So the interesting thing about this boss is that it will spawn these probe things, and how you know they're going to spawn is the boss has these red circles all along its segments, and they're either going to be glowing at first, and once you deal enough damage to each segment, they will turn dull, and then a probe will pop out of them. Those are little circle things that fly around. You can see them all on the right side of the screen there. They fly around and they shoot mini lasers at you. So your goal, you kind of want to damage the boss as much as possible, but you also don't want to have so many probes flying around. So you kind of want a balance. Like, you want to damage the boss for a little bit, then you want to take care of the probes. So what you end up kind of doing is you switch between the Axe of Purity, and then once you've dealt enough damage, let's just say you dealt damage for 20 seconds, then you switch back to the Storm Ruler to clear the probes, because it's got that homing projectiles, so it makes it a little bit easier to hit those probes that are flying all over the place. And then once you've killed all the probes, and you go back to damaging the boss, and then it's just a cycle. The notable thing for this boss is that this is the first worm boss where the head damage really makes a difference in the fight. You have to try your best not to get hit by the head. It does way too much damage. It's not like Aquatic Scourge or Desert Scourge where the head damage is a lot, but it's not gonna be it's not gonna make or break your fight, really. But this fight it will, and especially later on, below like 20%, the boss will start to aggressively charge at you with its head. So that's when the fight becomes incredibly difficult, because it can be very difficult to kind of divert the boss. What you kind of want to do is if you watch what I'm doing, I kind of lead the boss in one direction, and then at the last second you have to then dash the other direction. You know, see, like I'm flying up and then you go down, or whichever way you're going, you just go the opposite. One last tip here that I'll say is that the probes now drop hearts. They used to not drop hearts, and that used to be the reason why this boss was probably the hardest mech boss, but they changed that. So make sure every time you kill a probe, it does drop a heart. So that is very useful. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day.